In 1554, Ottoman soldiers walked into a village in Serbia and took a boy from his mother's arms. He was 8 years old. They marched him 500 miles to a city he'd never seen. They gave him a new name, a new god, a new language. And then they trained him to kill for the man who stole him. That city was Istanbul. And in the 1500s, it was the most powerful place on earth. The capital of an empire that stretched from Hungary to Yemen, from Algeria to Iraq. A city of 500,000 people when London had barely 80,000. But behind every dome, every golden tile, every prayer call echoing across the water, there was a machine. A machine built on stolen children, caged princes, and a slave trade hidden behind the most beautiful architecture ever created.
I reconstructed 1500s Istanbul in AI. Let me walk you through it. Let's start where the Ottoman story begins. The Theodosian walls were built in the 5th century, a triple line of stone, towers, and a moat,
stretching from the Sea of Marmara to the Golden Horn. For 1,000 years, they held. Arabs tried. Persians tried. Vikings tried. Nobody could break Constantinople. Until 1453, when a 21-year-old sultan named Mehmed dragged an 8-meter bronze cannon to the gates and fired stone balls that weighed half a ton. On May 29th, the walls broke. The last Byzantine emperor died fighting in the rubble. And a city that had been Christian for 1,100 years became the capital of Islam overnight. You can still walk along 5 kilometers of these walls today. Most tourists skip them. But if you go to the Fatih district, you're walking through the exact breach point where the medieval world ended and the Ottoman century began. Now walk east towards the waterfront. You can't miss it, the Hagia Sophia. For 1,000 years, this was the largest cathedral in Christendom. The dome is 31 meters across, and when it was finished in 537 AD, the Emperor Justinian supposedly whispered, "Solomon, I have surpassed thee." When Mehmed conquered the city in 1453, he walked straight here. Soldiers were already looting the building. He stopped them, ordered everyone out, and declared it a mosque. By the 1550s, under Suleiman the Magnificent, 2 enormous candlesticks looted from Hungary flanked the prayer niche. Mimar Sinan, the greatest architect the empire ever produced, reinforced the structure with massive buttresses so it would never collapse again. But here's the thing. They didn't destroy the mosaics. They plastered over them. Jesus was still up there behind a layer of whitewash, staring down at the prayer hall for 500 years. Today you can see both, Christ and Muhammad on the same wall. 2 empires arguing inside one building. It was reconverted to a mosque in 2020, and it's still one of the most visited sites on earth. Walk 2 minutes from Hagia Sophia, and you're at the gates of Topkapi Palace. This was the nerve center. Not just a home for the Sultan, a government, a school, a treasury, a prison, and the most dangerous address in the world. In the 1500s, 5,000 people lived and worked inside these walls. The kitchens prepared food for all of them daily. The treasury held rubies the size of eggs and a dagger encrusted with emeralds that you can still see today. But the darkest part of the palace was the part you almost couldn't see. The cafes, the cage. Starting in 1603, every prince who wasn't the Sultan was locked inside a wing of the harem. For life. They were given servants, concubines, food, music, but they could never leave. They couldn't see the outside world, they couldn't learn to govern, they couldn't father children. Their concubines were chosen specifically because they were barren. The idea was simple. Stop brothers from murdering each other for the throne, because before the cafes, the alternative was worse. When Mehmed III became Sultan in 1595, his first order was the execution of his 19 brothers. Some were infants. The cage stopped the killing, but it created something almost as cruel. Suleiman II spent 36 years locked inside the cafes. When they finally came to make him Sultan in 1687, he fell to the floor and begged, "If my death has been commanded, say so." Since my childhood, I have suffered 40 years of imprisonment. He thought they were coming to kill him. You can visit the harem and the cafes today. The rooms are still there, still beautiful, still small. Walk south from Topkapi to Sultanahmet Square, the old hippodrome. This is where the empire showed its power. Parades, celebrations, executions. And this is where you would have seen them. The Janissaries. They were the most feared fighting force in Europe. The first modern standing army, the first infantry.
you